Hey, it is Victoria. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. In today's video, as you can already tell by the title, I will be discussing a lot of feminine hygiene issues that us women go through, so stay tuned, it is coming up next. Okay, so before getting into this, please excuse the hair, excuse the robe. I have been in a bit of a hibernation. If you guys follow me on my vlog channel, you guys may have noticed I haven't posted there in about a month because there's a lot been going on in the personal life. But back to feminine hygiene. While I've been in hibernation trying to figure out my personal life, I actually get a lot of DMs from you all on Instagram. And so I was going through my direct messages and I was noticing that my direct messages had pretty much a type of theme going on. And someone asked a question and that really resonated with me because I remember going through this and asking the same question to my OB a while ago. And the question was, what's wrong with my vagina? And it was like, oh my gosh, like, okay, so to answer that question, nothing is wrong with your vagina. There is a lot of feminine hygiene issues that many of us suffer, but we don't really mention it. We don't really talk about it. So we think that there's something just wrong with us when it really is nothing wrong with us at all. There is something, however, very terribly wrong with the way, in my opinion, with the way that feminine hygiene issues are treated and the way that we are conditioned to feel about our issues, like yeast infections or BV and vaginal odor and all sorts of issues. But a lot of messages that I get from you all are concerning yeast infections, which I did a video on a while ago called How to Smell Good and Taste Good Too. But in that video, I kind of discussed what could be causing your yeast infections and how to get rid of those yeast infections. I'm going to link that video below. And a lot of you are suffering from recurring yeast infections. And the reason you are that you are suffering from recurring yeast infections is because the way that it is treated. Like, for instance, like at the store, there are monostats at the store that claim to help you with your yeast infections, but they don't. Have you guys noticed that monostats just make it worse? And the reason it is because of the ingredients that's inside. So don't go and get a monostat. You can actually solve your own yeast infection right at home. You can use things like boric acid that I've reviewed once before and shared with you all. And you could do something called a yogurt douche, or you could douche with probiotics, because what's happening when you get a yeast infection is just too much of the bacteria candida that is in your vaginal walls or in your more so your vaginal ecosystem that is causing you to have a bacterial overgrowth, then causing the yeast infection. And what you want to do is you want to combat that with probiotics. And the way to do that is to take either a probiotic capsule or a yogurt, because yogurt contains so many live active cultures or probiotics, and douche with that for 7 consecutive days, and that will get rid of your yeast infection. Other infections are things like BV, which they would treat with antibiotics, and that could be bacterial vaginosis or bacterial vaginitis. But what happens with antibiotics is you kind of get into this what I like to call like an antibiotic merry-go-round, because once you are diagnosed with BV, for instance, the doctors are going to administer an antibiotic for you. And once you get that antibiotic, it's going to take care of the bacteria, but it's going to not only kill the friendly bacteria, the bad bacteria, but it's going to kill the friendly bacteria that your body needs, that your vagina needs, in order to fight bad bacteria itself. So once the antibiotics takes care and wipes out all of the bacteria, including the good bacteria in your vagina is now susceptible and prone to catch other infections. So you started off with bacterial vaginosis, and now that you've taken the antibiotic, now you have bacterial vaginitis, and then you start taking another medication, another antibiotic for that, and it turns into something else, or it turns into something else, or it turns into a yeast infection. So Yeah, so that's what's happening. So I'm getting lots of direct messages from you all on Instagram asking me questions, and although they may be worded differently, it is all the same root cause most of the times. And there's also topics that I wanted to cover, so that I'm not allowed to cover here on YouTube because the video would get flagged, like regarding sexual hygiene, vaginal dryness. That's a big one. I get a lot of messages about vaginal dryness, and that's normal, girls. That's all normal, and it's all, you can take care of all of this right at home. Like, and so I wrote a book. I wrote an ebook. It is titled What's Wrong with My Vagina. So thank you to the person who sent me that direct message, because it actually inspired me to write an ebook and kind of cover all of the topics that I'm not allowed to cover here. And so that includes like sexual hygiene, what to do during intercourse, what to do after intercourse, what to do before intercourse, vaginal dryness, like that's a big one, and what you can do to basically prevent vaginal dryness, or if you already have vaginal dryness, what you can do to kind of remedy that at home. I also talk about things like your menstrual cycle, as well as you know, painful menstrual cramps, painful intercourse. These are all topics that I've wanted to cover here so badly, but I'm just not allowed to. The video would get dinged or demonetized or what have you. So I wrote an ebook that covers everything for you all, and I will leave it in the description box below. I'm pretty freaking excited about it. So I'm going to leave that in the description box below. I've been in hibernation while writing that book, and I'm taking my... Sorry, I'm also fasting right now because I've been doing a lot of meditation as well. But so I wanted to mention that to you all as well. And another question that I get often is regarding odor. And I want to say that, and I want to share with you all that odors is another common feminine hygiene issue. You are not alone. Nothing is wrong with your vagina because there's an odor. First of all, none of our vaginas smell like roses, okay? Like, if you have a scent down there, that's normal. That's fine. But if it's foul, if it's a foul smell, then that's not okay. That it could be an STD, or it could be some type of infection, but you need to go to your doctor to figure out what it is so you can know how to treat it. And I also have that in my book, like what I do to treat things at home, or to remedy things at home without the use of antibiotics. But with vaginal odor, it is typically because of an imbalance that has completely thrown off your pH level, and it caused some type of odor, or it has caused some type of irritation. It could be swelling, itching, burning, and that doesn't always indicate that you have a STD. I get a lot of messages about that as well. People thinking that they have STDs, when really it's just that your vagina has been irritated. It could come from condoms. It could come from rough sex. It could come from the panties that you're wearing, the toilet paper that you're wiping with. So I just wanted to come out and tell you guys that you are not alone. Nothing is wrong with your vagina. And I'm going to leave a link in the description box for the ebook that I wrote for you all, so you can check that out. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please don't forget to follow me on my vlog channel, even though I haven't vlogged in like forever. I'm going to get my life together in a vlog. And so my vlog channel is called Victoria's House, and follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is @a_beauty_beast. God, I missed y'all. I'll see you guys in the next video.